what's up guys? Frank Fulci back again with another weekly haul, unboxing, and collection update video. Before we jump into today's video, make sure you guys click on that subscribe button and also click on the bell icon for notifications of all future uploads. Welcome to the channel guys, another sweaty ass video coming your way, of course, because it's summertime and why wouldn't I just be profusely sweating constantly? Air conditioner going, fan going, doesn't help. This ring light is like the surface of the sun on my fucking face. So bear with me guys, I'm filming this on Friday. This is 4th of July weekend, so happy 4th to you guys. I'm gonna be away most of the weekend with my family, so yeah, I have to film this a little earlier than normal. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. I'll still be uploading it or making it public, whatever you want to say, for Sunday morning like usual. So let's jump into it guys, no more rambling from me. We'll start like always with the music, horrorcore music, and then we'll jump into the movies. Hopefully everyone is staying cool out there, cooler than me, which doesn't seem very hard because like I said, I am constantly just wet all the time. I was actually gonna do this with my shirt off, but I'm not in great shape anymore, so don't wanna insult anybody here. Anyway guys, first up, Isolated Beings is the name of the group. Ruthless Rob actually sent this over to me, so I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Very excited to check this out. Psycho Cinema is the name of the album. This shit just dropped within the last month for sure. I tried to listen to it on Spotify, but I think I got interrupted fairly early on in the record, so didn't actually get to listen to it digitally yet, but that is the hard copy. Definitely recommend checking these guys out. Thank you again for sending that, my brother. Next up guys is a package that I sliced open. It actually came like as soon as I finished filming last week's video, so I took a little peek, but still want to show it off to you guys. This is actually from my good friend Marie. She wanted to send a gift even though I told her not to do it, so I guess technically this is the last of the birthday gifts. She did warn me this is a foreign film. This looks like a Blu-ray. Yes, it is a Blu-ray of a French, no, Spanish, basically Snow White is what I'm seeing here. Nunca antes te contaron el cuento así. Yeah, my Spanish is not great guys. Blanca Nieves, Snow White is what I gathered from this, but she said she thinks everyone in the world should see this, so I'll take her word for it. I'll throw this on sometime, and assuming this means this has, yes, English subtitles, sub-Inglés, so at least I'll be able to know what's going on there. So thank you, Marie, for sending that. I appreciate it very much, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Amazonian packages. I believe this one came today. I'm just looking around because I thought maybe there was some other packages from today, but this is one I just put the order in for a couple days ago, and of course with Prime it comes pretty quickly. So I just finished rewatching Drive the other day, that awesome second sight edition that came. Fantastic edition, fantastic limited set, and fantastic movie. I forgot how fucking great that movie was. I knew it was great, which is why I purchased it, but it had been years since I've seen it, and boy, that movie is perfect. I really can't say anything bad about it. The director is Nicholas Refn. I wanted to get some of his other films. I actually didn't own any of his other movies. The Neon Demon I think is garbage. I fucking hate that movie, but this is one I had wanted to see for years. Only God Forgives, of course, featuring the ever dreamy Ryan Gosling again, just like in Drive. This was pretty cheap. This was like $8 on Amazon or some shit. So yeah, Nicholas Winding Refn, director of Drive. One I had seen probably 10 minutes of in total and never saw it in its entirety, so of course needed to get that. And again, it was like a few bucks, and this one was like $10. I saw this many moons ago. Bronson starring Tom Hardy. That's not the Charles Bronson, the actor, but another Charles Bronson, a criminal, a con man. I don't know what the fuck he was. I remember seeing this. This is basically 90 minutes or so. 93 minutes of Tom Hardy in a prison cell. That's all I remember of this. This is from Magnet. So had to get the Magnet collection, had to get the Nicholas Refn collection. Tom Hardy's the man too, so I won't mind rewatching that one. Next up guys, as we continue to sweat through this video, I don't know what this is. Oh, this is from the good brother Billiam. Bill and family, enjoy your gift. Of course, the good brother always keeps me up to date on the Paramount Presents line. The First Wives Club, guys. Not so horror here. Neither was Bronson, of course, but a movie for the collection nonetheless. Thank you, Bill, for sending this. I appreciate you always keeping me on track with these Paramount titles. This is number 32 for anybody interested in collecting these. I do need to do a marathon of like 8 million or 32 pretty soon someday. So thank you for that, guys. Sorry I'm flying through this. This is an exciting one, at least for me. I know everyone hates Scream Factory. We'll never understand why. You know, I guess there was tons of hate for the Friday the 13th set because there were some issues with discs and, you know, some other releases and things. Arrow's had plenty of disc issues recently that I've gotten replacement discs for. Never hear hate for them. Vinegar Syndrome have had replacement discs. Tons of stuff, but everyone always just hates on Scream Factory. So, still, we'll never understand it. I will forever love Scream Factory. So, yeah, do with that what you will. But this is part of the... There's an out-of-print sale going on. There's a... This is like a hidden classics or I forget what they're calling it, but this was part of another sale that they're doing of like cult classics, hidden gems type of thing. So I picked up a few that I needed, a few that I actually wanted. I had on my Amazon wish list for a little bit. But anyway, guys, first up is Death Watch. Didn't know much about this until I watched the trailer for it. Of course, Harvey Keitel is in this. This is from 1980, directed by the great French director Bertrand Tavernier. And basically what I gathered from the trailer is that Harvey Keitel is part of some program where they put like a camera in his eye, or maybe not even his eye, but somebody's eye. And it's basically like they're filming life through the vision of this person. And this woman is dying, and then they want to get her death on camera, but not like in a morbid way, just like following somebody in the last days of their life type of thing. That's what I gathered from the trailer. I could easily just read you the synopsis, but that's not fun. So, yeah, Death Watch, again, part of the Scream Factory sale. So this is Shout Factory. Technically, none of these are Scream Factory, I guess. So, next up is one that I needed desperately because I had number 2. Actually, number 2 is called The Adventures of Hercules 2. This is Hercules 1 with the fucking man, the myth, the legend, Lou Ferrigno, one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. Even though he only ever competed... in terms of the height of the Mr. Olympia, which is the highest competition you can do in our sport. I say our, I've not ever been a part of it, but in bodybuilding, he only competed once in the Olympia. He did not win, of course, but yeah, still one of the greatest of all time, still alive and kicking, and still fucking jacked out of his mind. So, of course, had to get Hercules. This is one that I wanted. It came out recently. This is actually a newer movie. I didn't even know Shout Factory was putting this out. I had the Blu-ray on my Amazon wish list for a while. Again, this is brand new. This movie came out like last month, 2 months ago. I think it was in the theater within the last couple months. Did not get to see it, but it's a modern day Western, if you will, starring Tim Blake Nelson, Stephen Dorff, Trace Atkins, who's done a lot of Westerns, and Gavin Lewis. Old Henry tells the story about a widowed farmer and his... Westerns are always about farmers and shit. Tells a story about a widowed farmer and his son who warily take in a mysterious injured man with a satchel full of cash. When a posse of men claiming to be the law come for the money, the farmer must decide whom to trust. Defending a siege of his homestead, the farmer reveals a surprising talent for gunslinging that brings his true identity into question. So it sounds really cool. He sounds like he's like an old school outlaw who retired to the straight and narrow, and then this troublesome gang just comes upon his home trying to get this man that came with this satchel of money, and the old outlaw has to come back out. It sounds pretty fucking sick, and the trailer looks awesome, but excuse me as I choke on my own spit, guys. Last in this Shout Factory sale haul, Crime Wave, Sam Raimi. Again, I actually rewatched recently the second Doctor Strange movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, directed by the one and only Sam Raimi. Up until that point, I thought I knew a lot of Sam Raimi's movies, but clearly I was wrong. The Gift was one I never knew existed. For the Love of the Game was one I never knew existed. The Quick and the Dead was one I never knew existed. And Crime Wave I never knew was a Sam Raimi film. I've never seen this. But nice to know that A, it existed, and B, that Shout Factory put it out. So again, of course I had to get this. Had it on my Amazon wish list. It wasn't purchased. I only had it on there for a few weeks, but then I saw this was part of the Shout sale and had to grab it. This was less than 15 bucks for sure. It was like 13 or some shit, or it's pretty cheap. I know that. I don't remember the exact number, but last but not least, guys, I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute, but this is pretty exciting as well. If you guys have watched my channel for any extended period of time, you know I go back and forth about my opinion about this company. I do like to support them. This box is from Severin. This is the, I guess the halfway, I don't know if they call it the same thing as Vinegar Syndrome, but halfway to Black Friday, mid-year sale, whatever. Oh, they got these fucking white cheese doodles in here all the time. I missed out last year on this sale. It was either on this mid-sale or on the like actual Black Friday sale itself, and I did not want to do that again, so I purchased it, as you guys can see. Now, I never go for the crazy most expensive bundles that always come with like extra shit like books. Actually, they've been coming with like novelizations, so like full-on books, pins, figurines, things of that nature. I don't ever really go for those. I just want the movies. Like, it's bad enough I collect 80 billion movies. Like, I don't need collections of other stuff too. So anyway, guys, there are tons of movies, so it's not like you know, I'm missing out on anything here, but I'm gonna run through these. I don't know if I know anything about any of these, to be honest, but we'll see as we go along. You guys are used to that by now. I always just buy the stuff and learn about them later as I watch them. But first up, we have Jess Franco's Mansion of the Living Dead. Jess Franco is one of these filmmakers that like I just never really got into. Everyone seems to love Jess Franco. Everybody and every label wants to own the rights to a Jess Franco movie or multiple, and everyone seems to love them when they come out. And I've never actually watched a Jess Franco movie where I'm like, oh, now I get it. I love this man. Like, it just never does it for me. His movies run the gamut from like really sleazy to really horror, really gory, really low budget, some higher budget ones. But yeah, hopefully this is one of the better ones. We have a quote here. Fucking insane. One of Jess's better 80s efforts and a Franco film through and through. So hopefully this is one of the better ones. If that's what that says, I gotta take their word for it, guys. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason as to what I should be showing. Maybe I'll do ones without slips first. I don't know. Macumba Sexual. It's the worldwide Blu-ray premiere. The Lawrence of Arabia of erotic horror. Another Jess Franco film, of course. You know, Jess Franco heavy on the Severin side for sure. So yeah, that's another Jess Franco, guys. I already said what I need to say about the man. This is a Javier Ilorrieta. The Peckinpah influence is evident. This is La Noche de la Ira, or Ira. It's like a hyperbolic version of The Most Dangerous Game with generous doses of sordid 70s American rural terror films. Blood Hunt. Oh, La Noche de la Ira, or Blood Hunt, apparently. Yeah, there we go. There's an alternative cover underneath the slip, guys. The American disc premiere. There's special features Night of Rage, interview with director Javier Ilorrieta, and a trailer. This is from 1985, guys. So cool. It does feel like Severin is getting a little better quality slippies. That's kind of crazy. All About Evil. This one feels heavy, guys. Demented, outrageous, and hysterical. As much an ode to indie horror as it is a celebration of independent movie theaters. Surely a veteran horror fan can ask for nothing more. All About Evil. Natasha Lyonne. It's been called a riotous experience. Clearly ahead of its time and made for lovers of horror by someone who loves the genre. Now the demented, outrageous, and hysterical debut feature from writer-director Joshua Granell can finally be experienced by audiences everywhere. When a mousy librarian takes over her late father's struggling movie theater, a series of grisly murders caught on camera will transform her into the new queen of indie splatter cinema. Yes, I watched the trailer for this. Joshua Granell, like I said, is the writer-director of this. This is a newer film from 2010, so actually 12 years old at this point, but I remember now after reading that. Okay, I do enjoy horror movies that take place in the theater, so I'm hoping I like this one. Next up, guys, The Female Executioner. For fans who like their action with a dose of sleaze. I mean, that's the best kind of action if you ask me. This is from 1985 as well. This is French with optional English subtitles, which I will definitely be using. Filmed by Michael Caputo. Legendary adult film performer Brigitte Lahaye launched her mainstream acting career and subsequently became a French cultural icon with his 1986 Parisian exploitation hit. Lahaye is Detective Martine Savignac, a tough vice cop who specializes in busting the most extreme pornographers. But when a porno queen pin snatches her kid sister for revenge, Martine will take on a city full of pimps, pushers, human traffickers, the Chinese mob, and every man she can. Jesus Christ. Sounds action-packed, guys. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about that. Next up, we have The Shadowed Mind. Guys, I've literally never heard of any of these goddamn movies before now. The Shadowed Mind. 1988. A lot of 80s. I love that. That is still my favorite decade of horror by far. In 1988, South African filmmaker Cedric Sundstrom, whose underground short Suffer Little Children provoked global outrage and accolades, took a group of skilled actors to a disused railway warehouse in Pretoria to shoot the story of an unorthodox asylum for the sexually insane. With a semi-improvised script, a Rogue meets Argento-style palette, okay, and startling bursts of graphic violence and nudity, it was immediately banned by the government. It has remained virtually unseen anywhere in the world until now. Okay. Rufus Swart, Adrian Pierce, and Simon Sabella star in this psychosexual shocker from the producer of Stone, now scanned uncut in 2K from the director's own 35mm print, the only film element in existence, and featuring a career-spanning interview with Sundstrom. I don't know how I feel about anything that I just read, but I do like the Argento-style palette, so hopefully that does it for me, guys. Again, hit me in the comments below about any of this stuff. This is cool, because this is a 4K release of a film called Faceless, directed by Rene Chateau. I lied. It is produced by Rene Chateau. It is directed by, of course, back at it again, Jess Franco. For his 1988 big-budget Euro sleaze classic inspired by Eyes Without a Face, director Jess Franco brought together an international all-star cast including Helmut Berger, Brigitte Lahaie, there she is again, Carolyn Monroe, yes, and Telly Savalas for a glossily depraved tale of disfigurement, dismemberment, libidinous brutes, Nazi surgeons, Paris discos, face ripping, throat stabbing, eyeball piercing, and what may be Uncle Jess's most rewardingly ambiguous ending ever. Anton Diffrin and Florence Guerin co-star with appearances by Howard Vernon and Lena Romay in this unapologetically graphic shocker, now scanned for the first time in 4K from the original negative with all new special features. This may be the one I put on first, guys. It sounds the most promising out of all these, and again, 4K, so the scan probably looks beautiful. Now, this Faceless movie, who else put this out, guys? Is this the first time? I feel like there's something on my shelf called Faceless, and it's probably a Jess Franco movie, so you guys let me know. You're better at keeping track of that stuff than me. I just spend the money on this stuff. Last but not least, guys, directed by Ernesto Gastaldi and Vittorio Salerno. We got some Italian here. Libido here, an outstanding giallo. Now, of course, we ended on the Italian note. Ernesto Gastaldi must be accorded long overdue recognition as one of the chief architects of Italian popular cinema. Awesome stuff, guys. This, I was gonna say is 4K, it's not, it's just a black Blu-ray case like Severin's been doing. 1965, talk about an old school giallo. This is probably more of a proto-slasher, which was like the prelude to the giallis. Yeah, interesting nonetheless, guys. I'm not going to read this one, but a highly influential giallo, written and directed by Ernesto Gastaldi, whose credit to read as a list of the greatest gialli ever made. There are audio commentary with Kat Ellinger, author of Daughters of Darkness, I've Got You Under My Skin, an interview with writer-director Ernesto Gastaldi, and a trailer. So yeah, that'll do it, guys. Again, happy, even though I don't know shit about any of these, happy I got the Severin. I like to be up to date with Severin. It's a little easier to be up to date with them than Scream Factory and things like that. Not easy, but a little easier. I'm still missing a lot of Severin titles, especially older ones, before I really started collecting. But within the last year, there's a good amount I'm missing. I'm also missing a couple of the box sets, which I definitely want to get that Eurocrypt Volume 2, the Christopher Lee box set too. There's some other box set that came out recently along the lines of the William Brisbane type things and the Al Adamson type movies. please, someone help me with this. It's too much stuff to collect. You know, guys, hit me in the comments below with anything you want to talk about. What of these were you the most excited about me showing off? Did you pick up stuff during the shout sale? There's tons of other sales going on. Full moon, 4th of July sale. I picked up some stuff. Should be coming within the next couple weeks. Well, who knows with full moon. Vinegar Syndrome just announced a bunch of new titles today. Partner labels and all. There's a bunch of sales. Make Flicks, which I own like one film from them. Tons of stuff, guys. I think there's some Barnes & Noble Criterion 50% sale going on right now. I was gonna pick up some 4Ks, but they're still like 25 bucks a pop. Yeah, that adds up way too quickly. But you know, guys, just, you know, tons of movies all the time, constantly, never gonna stop buying shit. Hope you guys are doing well, happy, healthy, safe, all that good stuff. Amazon wish list down below. Other links, social media, Goodreads, Letterboxd, all that good stuff. Hopefully you guys have a great 4th of July weekend. Have fun, have a good, safe time. And until next time, peace out and be good.